My dear students of section A1, A2 and B1, I am Raghavendra Pratap and I am here again with some rest content from all the units. Derivatives are on its turn today, which is from the second unit. Please be safe and stay at homes. So, let's start. First point comes in the mind what derivatives are. So, with respect to the language, derivatives are the words formed from other root words. In other words, we can say derivatives are the product, extension, or object taken from separate root origin. Derivatives are the different form of word formation. Derivatives are exactly as a word formation but considered to be different from the normal word formation which we have already gone through. So, one thing more to understand derivatives. Word derivatives comes from the verb drive, which means the action of taking something from other sources. Very simple this is. Please try to understand. Derivatives comes from the verb drive, and we know what drive is, which means the action of taking something from other sources. For an example, if you are making a verb into a noun, that will be done by the derivatives. So now we will understand the different types of derivatives which are present in linguistics. So there are three main types of derivatives. The first one is morphological derivatives, second one is inflection derivatives, and the third one is etymological derivatives. If I'm not wrong, all of you must remember this inflection derivatives, because inflection was a technique there in word formation as well. Means it was a way, it was a process there in word formation which we have already gone through, and I show a table with the examples of inflection word formation process. Yes or no? Please go through the last video or the notes which are sent to every one of you on your emails. So we'll understand these all three morphological derivatives, inflection derivatives and etymological derivatives one by one on the next slide. The first one is morphological derivatives. It is a way to change a root. Again, I am saying it is a way to change a root word using letter structure called affixes. We have gone through what affixes already because I explained this in my previous video. Affixes refers to the suffix and prefix both at the same time. Means suffixes to are affixes, prefixes to are affixes. Is it clear? So it is a way to change a root word using letter structure called affixes. For an example, the word childish. The word is actually child, which is a root word, and the affix which we are adding to this root word child as ish, and we get a new word with this combination, that is childish. This is the example of morphological derivatives. The second one is inflection derivatives. Please reiterate your memory. I explained the same thing earlier in word formation as some changes to the base form of a verb. When we do some changes to the base form of a verb to express different grammatical categories such as tenses, grammatical mode, grammatical voice, grammatical aspect with respect to the person, number, gender and cases, then it is called inflection derivatives. I'm reaching every one of you to this example table which I gave for inflection word formation. I think all of you must have remembered this now. Okay, so inflection derivatives are the way where we change grammatically to reach to different grammatical aspects of a word, such as tenses, voice, aspects, person, gender, case. Okay. The third one is etymological derivatives. What is etymological derivatives? Please remember that one thing which are generally starts with that word which is typical to understand. A refer always one science pattern which is etymology. And named it in Hindi as Shabd Nishpatti Vigyan. Yes, etymological. So what this kind of derivatives are, it is the study of word origin. Again, please look at the cursor where I am moving it. It is the study of word origin from different languages or roots. Actually, English is a blending pot of various languages where we find words from Old German, from Latin language, from Greek, from French, and from lot many other languages. So, etymological derivatives helps us to get the words which we are using right now, which we are using in current scenario as the words of English language are originated from the words which are from other languages. We will understand this with the help of some examples. The first one is physics. This is a name of a subject we all do know, and this word is derived from a Greek word physis or physis. Actually, please do not go on with the pronunciation which I am using to pronounce this one, because I don't know how to pronounce this physis or physis in Greek language. But yes, this is a word which is responsible to give us this English word as physics, and physis means nature. The second word happy is derived from a Viking word as hap, which means luck. And the third word tree, we all do know this is very much essential for the human life, derived from the old English word treo, which means life source. So these three are the righteous example of etymological derivatives. We'll moving ahead to the next slide. Now this is the turn of requisites of sentences. Requisites is similar to requirement. So please refer this as requirement of sentences. Clear? And this is the content which is from second unit. Sorry. So let's go through this. There are two essential points which explain the value of requisites of sentences. There are 2 points which are very much essential to let us know the value of requisites of sentences. The first one is a good sentence must be correct and effectively communicated. The first thing which helps us to know the value of the requirement of sentence or the value of requisites of sentence. The second point, it must transfer the idea without any ambiguity or confusion. For the understanding, I mentioned the synonym of ambiguity, that is unclarity. So the second point which gives us the value to the requisites of sentences is it must transfer the idea without any ambiguity or confusion. So these were the 2 points which gives the value to understand the essentiality of something which makes a sentence valuable and effective. Let's go on to understand few other things. There are 5 points to achieve clarity in the sentences. There are 5 different points which helps us to achieve clarity in the sentences while sharing an idea or thought. When we share, when we communicate, in that case, there are 5 different things. There are 5 different points which makes the sentences very much clear so that we can communicate with the maximum understanding or with the maximum comprehension. Let's go through these all 5. The first one is avoid odd structured sentences. or avoid odd sentence structure. The second one is choice of appropriate word in the sentences. Third, grammatical accuracy of the sentence. Fourth, salt as per the taste. This is looking quite different, but this is actually with the understanding of explanation as per the receiver. And the last one is economizing. Economizing on words using, which means using less words. So we will understand these all 5 points one by one with the help of examples. Let's start. The first one is avoid odd structure sentences or avoid odd sentence structure. What this is? Odd structure must be avoided to form the sentences as it can lead to confusion or confusion in comprehension. If the structure which you are using to form a sentence that can lead to a confusion, ambiguity in the comprehension. So we should avoid that. Let's understand this thing, the explanation with the help of two examples. The first example says a man is standing in black suit, and I mentioned this sentence as wrong. And the second one is a man in black suit is standing. At the first view, both the sentences are looking perfect. The first one too and the second one too. But why the first one is wrong, I will explain this in such a way. Here, man is standing in black suit, where black suit is referring to a kind of structure in which a man is standing. Did you understand what I said? Here, black suit is referring to a kind of structure where someone can stand. So this man is standing in a structure which we are referring as black suit. That's why this is wrong. But a man in black suit is standing is the perfect structure, because now a man in black suit refers that man is wearing that black suit and he is standing. Is it clear? The second sentence says the thief stole the horse in the prison. Now how difficult, how unclear it is. The sentence gives a unclarity who actually is in prison, that thief or that horse, because with this construction it refers to both. The thief stole the horse is in prison, means horse is in prison or the thief is in prison. So this is wrong. This is called odd structure. So the right structure of the same sentence is the thief who stole the horse is in prison, and this is the right structure of the sentence. I think this is very much clear to every one of you. We are moving ahead to the second point, choice of appropriate words in the sentence. It is very much important to give the clarity of all the sentences. We should use appropriate words properly in the sentence formation. Like for an example, the dogs speak. Yes, obvious. This is quite obvious. Speaking is a way which we adopt to communicate something, and dogs adopt to communicate something. But as a human, we referred the speaking of dogs as barks. So the right word is bark. So dog speak is wrong with the wrong use of word. So this would be the dog barks. The food is sweet. Nothing is wrong with it. If you are having a sweet, you can say that the food is sweet. But the food must be tasty. There a specific word to give to the food. Food is tasty. So sweet refers to the same understanding, but this is inappropriately used here in this construction. So the food is tasty instead of the food is sweet. The next one is the music is tasty. Tasty, something which gives you a taste. Yes, I have a different kind of taste in music. So we can form the sentences in such a way, but this would be a way to use inappropriate words in the sentence. So the music is tasty is wrong and the music is sweet is appropriate. And the last one is the man is too tall. So nothing is wrong. Sorry, the man is too long. Long means yes, who is really very much tall. I gave a different meaning. Man is long. Too long means the man is too tall. So the right word is too tall instead of too long. So the right sentence, this man is too tall instead of this man is too long. So this was the choice of appropriate words in the sentences. The third point, grammatical accuracy of the sentence. Grammatical accuracy. This is quite obvious. Whatever language you are using, either Hindi, English, Japanese, Chinese, German, Korean, whatever language you are using, you are supposed to be very much grammatically correct to form the sentences. Like with the help of these two examples, this one example, you will understand what's wrong with the grammatical structure. The first sentence says, I, you, and he went to Agra to investigate COVID-19 cases. Very simple. The sentence is, I, you, and he went to Agra to investigate COVID-19 cases. Here, there is a rule which is given in pronouns. If different persons of pronouns, again I am saying if the different persons of pronouns are used in a sentence, then there is a pattern to use those all. As second person comes at the very much starting, then third person will come, third person of the pronoun, and at last first person of the pronoun will be used. So as per that, we know you comes, you is from second person, he is from third person, and I is from first person. So instead of I, you, and he went to Agra to investigate COVID-19 cases is wrong. And the right one is you, he, and I went to Agra to investigate COVID-19 cases. This is the grammatical structure. Is it clear? Okay, let's move ahead to the fourth one. Salt as per the taste. This is all about the explanation which you are giving must be as per the receiver. So, basic purpose is to achieve the clarity not with the least words nor with the max words. Means the number of words which someone is using must not be too less or must not be too max. So, sentence must not be too short, which I said, even at the cost of clarity, and sentence must not be crowded with information, even at the cost of comprehension. Both things are avoided. So, the thing which is allowed, that is explanation and usage of words as per the receiver. Here, an example is given. The first one is past, present, and future are the tenses which refer time. This sentence is formed for those students who are learner to this language or who are shared with the information of tenses first time. That's why this kind of formation is made. Past, present, and future are the tenses which refer time. But if the same sentence is made to the people who are learned, who are mature enough to have the knowledge of this language, the sentence formation will be in such a way: past, present, and future show action in respective time. This is such a way which must be used for the mature or knowledgeable people of this language. So this was salt as per taste or explanation as per the receiver. The fifth and last point is economizing on words, which means using less words. Avoid roundabout the ways of saying something. Whatever you are saying, do not beat about the bush, do not round about the words. You must be very much clear and straightforward to explain the understanding, because that would achieve the clarity. Avoid unnecessarily repetition as well of the words and ideas in the sentence formation. So, with the help of example, the same thing is briefed. A sentence is formed by someone as you need to bring my phone, you need to bring my phone only, which I left in the house. Someone who left his phone in the house formed this sentence, but the number of words which are used here in the sentence can be avoided or can be economized as to form the same understanding in a form, bring my phone, I forgot that in house. Very simple this formation is. So these all were the requisites of sentences and their 5 points which achieve clarity to the sentence while sharing the ideas and thoughts. We'll move ahead to understand some content from unit 3rd. The first one is a sample template which I gave here for the agenda of a meeting. So the sample template is this one, which is given on 3 different slides. Please read this one with the comprehension so that you can understand to write your own sample agenda if asked to do so in the question paper. This is the first part, this is the rest part, and this is the last part of the same agenda. Next one is unit 3rd. Sample. This too is from 3rd unit, and this is a sample of or sample format or sample template of MOM. MOM means minutes of the meeting. Please have your sight on this one as well, which is explained, which is given on 2 different slides. We are moving ahead to the 3rd point, 3rd content, which is very much important from the 3rd unit, U attitude. And this is important because it was given in the last year examination as well. It was a part of last year examination. Okay, so that's why it becomes quite important. We'll understand this U attitude. Just one second. Sorry for the small pause. So we were on U attitude. U attitude in business. If I'm not wrong, all of you do know what attitude refers to. Attitude is that personal trait, that personal behavior, that personal way of thinking which an individual has. Very much simple. It means attitude is a individual aspect. Yes or no? Absolutely. But here attitude is given with U, means the attitude of someone else. That's why U is referred here. So we will understand with the help of definition. So an attitude, U attitude is a style of writing that puts readers' need and interest first. Very simple, very much clear it is. U attitude is a style of writing that puts readers' need and interest first. So U attitude is a phrase used by Kitty Locker in his Business and Administrative Communication first time. U attitude emphasizes what the reader wants to know, as it gives reader a respect and consider his ego first on priority. Very simple this is. This is something which is related to the ego of that person who is reading our text which we wrote. Okay. So now, Locker introduced 5 strategies to achieve U attitude in the writing. There are 5 strategies which Kitty Locker gave us to achieve in the writing. These 5 are: talk about the reader, not about yourself; refer to the reader's request or order specifically; don't talk about feeling; use you more than I in positive situation; and avoid the word you in delivering bad news. So these are the 5 strategies. We will understand these all 5 one by one on the next slide. The first one is talk about the reader, not about yourself. With the help of example, we will understand this very much clearly, and it is very much clear. The sentence says, we at the Study Center for Writing believe our services can help students to become better writer. This is a sentence where we and our services is highlighted. It means in this sentence we is more emphasized to show the importance and our services is emphasized to show the importance. This is without you attitude. But if we want to combine the same understanding or thought with you attitude, it will be formed as you will improve as a writer by working with a trained peer consultant at the study center of writing. This sentence is with the same understanding. What I'm saying, this sentence is with the same understanding, but with you attitude for the reader. The second point, refer to the reader's request or order specifically. Here two sentences are given. One thing I would love to highlight here, please do not get confused. The notes which are sent to every one of you have some different examples. It may possible because as many times I'll see the slide, as many times I'll see the inscription which I did, I will change that for the better and very much clear understanding. Regularly I do that. So if next time I'll see the same slide, it may possible I can do some changes to these all examples and the inscription which I made. Okay, so the example is, we delivered your order. Here we is highlighted, means we are valuable. We is emphasized, that's why we is mentioned. This is without you attitude. This is without you attitude. We delivered your order means the order which is delivered to you, that is because of us. But in the second sentence, which is formed with you attitude, your order of tables and chair have arrived. This is has arrived. Your order of tables and chair has arrived. Please ignore this have. It must be with respect to the first subject, your order, which is singular in form. So your order is highlighted, is emphasized, which is giving the understanding of you attitude to the reader. The third point, don't talk about feeling. Feelings are not important. The thing which is important, that is you. So with the help of example, we will understand it. We are pleased to offer students. We are pleased to offer students writing consultations on Sunday evening. Here, a sentence is formed without your attitude where we people who are important. We people is important more than the person who is reading, and we people are responsible to offer something to the student. So here your attitude is not shown, but the same understanding is explained in the second sentence. You can visit the study center for writing on Sunday evening 5 to 8 p.m. This is with you attitude because you is highlighted here. Please do not, when I am saying you is highlighted or we is highlighted, that refers to the value, not refers to the pronoun. Is that clear? Okay. And the fourth one is, use you more than I in positive situation. When the positive situations are shown, are used to share ideas or thought, you use you more than I. Like for an example, I will make every effort to ensure you to get an appointment. Here the efforts are made by the person, means the writer who wrote this. I will make every effort, every single effort to ensure you to get an appointment. But in a different form, you will get your appointment time within 24 hours. Yes, someone else is responsible to give you the appointment, but here you attitude is mentioned. The value of the writer is hidden somewhere at the background. So this sentence is with you attitude. We are moving ahead to the next one. The fifth point and the last one as well for you attitude. Avoid the word you in delivering bad news. When you are delivering bad news, you are supposed to remove you as a pronoun or you as a understanding. Like for an example, because you did not proofread your paper, you will earn an F grade. A person who earned an F grade because of the efforts of you means the reader. Here this sentence is written without you attitude, but the same sentence, the same understanding can be written with you attitude as, a number of proofreading errors have been made in the paper. A number of proofreading errors have been made in the paper to achieve an F grade. Here in this sentence, yes, the mistakes, the errors which someone made, he or she is he or she is a reader, but that is hidden somewhere at the background, because this is a kind of bad news which you are sharing with someone. So these 5 points are the way to best way to mention your attitude in the writing. The source of these all 5 points are lockers, means kitty or locker, business and administrative communication, 7th edition, New York, McGraw-Hill, 2006. We are moving ahead to the rest content, which is modifier, which is from the 4th unit. What modifiers are? Please look at the cursor where I'm moving. Modifier. Modifiers are those which modify. How simple it is. Modifiers are those which modify. In my traditional lectures, I explained part speeches to every one of you, where I introduced adjective and adverb at the same time with noun, pronoun, verb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. I explained adjective and adverb. So the same thing, the same part speeches are referred to modifier. Please do not get confused with this typical word modifier. Actually, adjective and adverbs are modifier. We will understand this with the help of example. A word that qualifies or modifies. You can use both the words. A word that qualifies the meaning of a noun or pronoun or verb. If a word is modifying verb, that would be adverb. If a meaning or the quality is added to a noun or a pronoun, that would be an adjective. So a modifier is a word, phrase, clause which modifies other words in the sentences. To be more specific, a modifier is either an adjective, an adverb which are set at the very starting to explain modifier. Generally, modifiers are two types according to their possession. Again, I'm saying there are few different ways to decide the types of modifier. The first type is as per the possession which we use in the sentences. So the two different types with respect to the possession are pre-modifier as first one, and the second one as post-modifier. With the help of this formation, this naming convention, pre-modifier, the modifier which are coming before a word and modifies that are pre-modifier, and the post-modifier are those words which are placed after the word and modifies that are post-modifier. The same is written here. Pre-modifiers are the modifiers which modify the words that follows them in a sentence as adjective and adverb most of the times. And post-modifier are the modifiers which come after the words they modify. Some adjectives and some adverbs. So types of modifier. There are two principal types of modifier. The first one is adjective modifier. The second one is adverb modifier. And adjective modifiers are adjectival phrases and adjectival clauses. This adjective modifier is with adjectival phrase and adjectival clause and a word as well. Adverb modifiers are as adverbial phrase and adverbial clause. These are two different types. Now, one different kind of modifier was asked in the last year question paper as, please look at the cursor, dangling or displaced. This word is used and this question was given. Please define dangling or dangling or displaced modifier with an example. So these dangling modifiers are also called as ambiguous or misplaced. So please, these four words are for the one kind of modifier: ambiguous, dangling, displayed and misplaced modifier. So sometimes it is not clear which element of the sentence is being modified by the modifier. Sometimes it happens. So in many cases this is not important, but in some cases it can lead to genuine ambiguity. You will understand with the help of some examples. And one thing more, again I am highlighting, the sentences for the examples are given on this slide are changed. Only this one is same, but these two are added by me for the better understanding. So please refer these three examples instead of the example which I gave with the explanation there on the notes which are sent to every one of you on your emails. Okay, so the first sentence, hoping to excuse my lateness, the note was written and given to my teacher. This is with the dangling modifier. Why? Because nothing is clear. Who wrote the note and who gave that to the teacher? It must be in such a way, it must be formed in such a way where dangling modifier used properly. It must be this sentence is written is with dangling modifier, and if we are using the right modifier at the right place, the sentence will be formed in such a way. Hoping to excuse my lateness, I wrote a note and gave it to my teacher. Here everything is clear. The second example, hoping to garner favor. Hoping to garner favor, my parents were sadly unimpressed with the gift. So parents are unimpressed, but it is not clear who gave the gift to them. So this is with dangling modifier. Look at the cursor which I am moving. This is with dangling modifier. I am highlighting this for your understanding. This is with, sorry, this is with, just one second, extremely sorry. This is with dangling modifier. Yes, and the second one is, which is the right one, where dangling modifier is removed to explain to use at the right place. Hoping, here this is, hoping to garner favor, my brother brought my parents a gift that sadly failed to impress them. Very simple it is. Very simple it is, and explained with the right modifier, right words at the right place. The third sentence, which is the part of just one second, which is the part of your notes. Just one second, everyone. I'm checking the arrow. Okay. He painted her sitting on the stairs. This sentence is written with dangling modifier, and what this sentence is referring or how it should be written to explain the right understanding. He painted where his object means that her was sitting on the stairs, or this sentence formed in such a way, he painted her while sitting on the stair. So it can be formed in such a way. So these three were the examples of dangling modifier. We can say that ambiguous modifier, we can say that displaced modifier or misplaced modifier. If out of these four any word is used to ask the question, please refer to the same understanding which I explained just now. Okay, so we are moving ahead to the rest and almost the last content of the unit 4th, which are left actually. What this content is, this is first concord is written. One thing, please refer this concord to the explanation of subject verb agreement. Both the things are same. Concord refers to subject verb agreement. Is it clear? And in subject verb agreement, the rule number 3, which I explained in my video, the same rule with another extension is given here actually. And why did I mention this actually? Because this too was given in the question paper. This extension says, this is the further explanation of the same rule. This extension says, when two subjects of different number and person, there in rule number 3 I mentioned the singular subjects, but here two subjects of different person or number are joined by as well as the verb agrees in number and person with the first one. Nothing is wrong actually, but it is explained clearly in the form of a sentence. There too the same thing is written in rule number 3 in subject verb agreement. but there are mentioned are inscribed singular form, so that can create a confusion. That's why I explained this one here. They as well as I am are going to seminar. Here the first is responsible to decide the verb, so they as well as I are going to seminar. Please do not get confused with I as am. The rule refers to the first one only. Okay, so this was from fourth unit as concord or subject verb agreement. The last part, which is from the fifth unit, communication at workplace to facilitate career growth and relationship. Means communication at workplace. What is the importance of this for the career growth and the relationship which you establish in the working area or at workplace. So we'll understand the importance of communication at workplace first. It is impossible to ignore the importance of communication at workplace for better productivity, performance and relationship. It is impossible to ignore the importance of communication at workplace for the better productivity, performance and relationship. We cannot ignore this. Employees who communicate effectively with colleagues, managers and customer are always the valuable asset to the organization or to an organization. The thing is, if you are very much well communicative, you know how to communicate things effectively, you can leave the impression on the person, on the receiver, you will be considered as a valuable asset. You will be considered very much valuable for that organization. So following are 5 key reasons you should pay attention to the importance of communication in the workplace. There are 5 reasons which will show the importance of communication at workplace. We will understand these all 5 one by one. The five key reasons shows the importance of communication at workplace. The first one is building team spirit. If you are very much good at communication at workplace, you will build a team spirit among the employees. This is the point which shows the importance of communication at workplace. The second one is it gives everyone a voice. Means communication or effective communication helps to give a voice to everyone. Like if you are even very much low with the very much junior, but you are very much good communicative skills. In that case, when you will put forth your view effectively at that place, which is your workplace, you will be considered. So effective communication gives value, gives a voice to everyone. The third one is gradual improvement. Yes, effective communication at workplace helps you to improve gradually. Fourth one, growth of individual and organization. Yes, effective communication helps you to have your personal growth, means individual growth, and that is good for the growth of an organization as well. And the last one, which is the fifth one, strong management. If anyone who is perfect in effective communication in the workplace, he or she will be able to manage everything perfectly at the workplace to get the maximum output. So these 5 are the key reasons which shows the importance of communication at workplace. And the last one is ways to improve effective communication at workplace. What are the ways which can help you out to improve your effective communication at workplace? These are 5. The first one is define goal and expectations. If you are decided with your certain goals and expectation of your life, you will improve your communication very much effectively. That will guide you, that will lead you to be expert in that. Second point, clearly deliver your message. When you have a message and you are communicating that with, you are sharing that with someone, in that case that message must be delivered clearly. If the understanding of a message, if your idea of your thought of your message is very much clear, you get the effective communication skills. The third one is choose your medium carefully. I explained this earlier as well. Medium is all about something which you use to transfer your thought or idea. That can be verbal, that can be non-verbal. So it's up to you which medium you are choosing, but you are or you should very much sure to use both the medium to leave better impact on the receiver. The fourth one is listen to everyone. For the effective communication, to improve effective communication, it is must to listen everyone, because till the time you will not listen the thoughts, the formation of someone to make you reachable, to understand something, you won't be able to be perfect in that. Either you are god gifted to to put your understanding very much clearly and effectively in your formation of sentences. Otherwise you have to listen. As much you will listen, as good you will be in communicating your thoughts. And the last one is fifth one, listen and show empathy. When you are listening and if you are showing empathy, empathy means the same feeling which someone is reflecting while receiving. If you are able to show that empathy, you will be able to show, you will be able to improve your communication then and there, because that empathy will give you that connect with the sender. So these five are the points to improve effective communication at workplace. And now we are not left by single point from all the units. Okay, this is the end of the complete syllabus. I covered every single thing for your better understanding. Please and please leave your comments, which I am not getting regularly. Only some of the students are leaving their comments after going through every video, which is not good. Everyone is responsible to leave their comments, because that gives me understanding who all have gone through the video. Okay, so please refer that. And one thing more, after completing some other task of the college, I will upload the videos of unit first, unit second and unit third. So to get the notification of those all videos, please subscribe the channel. This is very much important for you, and press the bell icon. This is not for my benefit, this is for the benefit of you people. Okay, so bye bye and take care. Please, this is very much crucial time for every one of you, and for the world as well. Be safe and stay at homes as much as possible. Okay, go out only when it is very much needed. Bye bye, take care.